In the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to the Ticket Weeknights. Scoggin for 3U. Betcha! Their first points for Scoggin from downtown. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to Splashley from 3. Ashley Scoggin, high school basketball. How are you, young lady?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It was good to catch up before we went live because I was a little concerned. You had to do a lot of stuff that normally isn't asked of you.
This night. Past game?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But that's okay. You just got to step up sometimes.
Okay. All right. We are live, so you can text us, 402-464-5685. That's the Starter Heyman text line, the Honda Lincoln hotline as well, same number. The live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can jump on. The chat rooms are open. Hit us up, and let's have a conversation. Okay, so let's go back a week, and let's tell the story. You arrive and you find out that you're down 2 more players.
Yeah.
What goes through your head when you find out your backcourt mates are out?
Well, obviously, initially, you're like, dang, that kind of sucks. But I think going through that, you just have to trust your teammates more. Because we're all plenty capable. We all have each other's backs and everything like that. So I just kind of wanted to instill in the rest of my teammates that, like, hey, it doesn't matter who's out here, who's not. Like, we still got to play for each other. We still got to play hard. Still got to do what our game plan is. So that's what we went into the game thinking, for sure.
I'll have to ask you the question, I don't want to bury the lead. We have a special guest tonight.
Yes, we do. We have my mom. I'm so excited. You don't understand.
No, this is why I got excited for you.
Yeah.
Because you get this glow on your face when you're like, oh.
I mean, it's my mom. Who would it?
Right. I mean, so that's big. So when's she going to join us?
She'll join us here in a minute or two, actually.
Okay.
So she'll be on any second.
All right. Let's tell the story. Let's tell the story of Mom for folks who may or may not know. Who is she?
Well, obviously, she'll kind of introduce herself too when she comes on. But my mom is my rock. Like, that's my best friend right there. She
not your little sister?
Huh?
Not your little sister?
Well, my little sister is my best friend too. They can both be my best friends.
Okay.
Honestly, my whole family is my best friend.
Okay.
But yeah, my mom is just amazing. I can't say enough good things about her. She is tougher than nails. That's where I get a lot of my fight from. So love her to death. So
I'm just no, it's funny too. So whenever we have student athletes on, generally on a 1-to-1, I'll ask, okay, how did you get here? Like, who got you here?
Right.
And sometimes it's a parent, sometimes it's a competitor, sometimes it's somebody in your circle. You happen to be able to say that, no, it's my entire family. I've got people behind me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just real quick, Ashley, your mom is in a different time zone than us, so you might want to make sure that she's aware of the time change.
No, she is aware of the time change.
All right. She has not joined the stream yet.
Okay. I'll tell her. She's not like super tech savvy, so I was like, just click on the link. But, she might be struggling right now.
That is the thing I hear often when I hear student athletes talk about their parents.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I can't get them on the stream. That requires too much conversation.
No, she's normally really good about it. Like, she'll be like, oh yeah, I'll just click on it now. So, maybe she's just, oop, there she is. I see her name. I see her name.
There you go. See,
there she's waving.
Hey guys.
Hi, Mom.
What's up?
I don't know if we can
Hold
hear
on,
her.
let's bring her on. She's got to unmute.
Are you sure?
We can hear you now, I think. Oh,
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Hey.
Ashley, would you
Mama
introduce
Scoggins.
your mother to the listeners?
All right. Well, everybody, this is my mom. Her name's Chrissy. My rock, my everything. This is the one that I grew up in the gym with my first 2 years of being a little kid. So,
Mhm.
everybody, this is my mom.
Lots of questions, Mom. First of all, thank you for doing this.
Hey,
She's
no
been
problem.
glowing since she
You don't
told us.
understand how happy I am that you're joining.
I am currently sitting in the parking lot of Albertsons.
Albertsons.
That's Ashley told me you got to be in the most quiet place, and I was in Mod Pizza, and they play music, so I'm like, dang, I gotta go somewhere. So I found a parking lot.
Hey, that's all that matters. As
Yeah.
long as you make it work, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mom, we have to ask you, since Ashley's given us her perspective on things.
Uh-huh.
What makes Ashley special? What makes her unique?
Oof, boy, right
Ooh,
off the bat.
That's a
Right
tough
off the
question.
bat. My
He's getting right
goodness.
to it today.
Dang. Okay, that's in depth. Well,
He's over there shaking his head.
dang.
I'm difficult.
Okay.
With
Okay, well, one of the things that makes Ashley special is Ashley. She has been special from the get-go. I mean, ever since she was little, like you knew there was something different about her. And I mean, this young lady, I mean, everybody says one of the things about her is how nice she is, right? I mean, she's way nicer than we are. I mean, I'm not sure
They
where
give
she
me a
got
hard
it.
time because they think I'm way too nice.
I'm like, dude, Ashley. Yeah, she's super nice. Everybody loves her. I mean, she doesn't do anything where anybody has ever said, "Man, I don't like Ashley." Everybody, coaches, teammates, players, professors, they just fall in love with her. I mean, she's a sweetheart, and that's something she got all on her own. I mean, that's all her.
Yeah, sometimes like even you and Dad will be like, yeah, I would have not done that. I would have been like, I'm gonna cuss you out for what you did. And I'm just over here like, whatever.
Whew. Ashley's like, Mom, just look at the positive in people. Like, she used to tell me that a lot. Just look at the positive. Okay, Ashley. Okay. That can be
I
tough
do say that a
sometimes.
lot.
Like I came from a pretty judgmental family. And for a long time, like Ashley's dad, Craig, my husband, Craig, right? We wanted something different for our kids. So for a long time, when we'd see somebody on the roadside, we wouldn't say something, even though we may think something. And so then as they got older, like some of that stuff started coming out, at least in me, right? And I usually have something to say.
You
and
always got something to say.
and Ashley, oh my gosh, she's not like that. She is the opposite of judgmental. Like it just doesn't matter. She's just super special. I mean, she is always there if someone's in need. Um she definitely has been blessed with some gifts for sure.
she speaks of the toughness of being from a rock crushing family. And I say that that's got to be a statement that not many folks in the basketball game can speak to.
Mhm.
If I asked you to describe your family to people who just didn't know, what's the common thread in the Scoggin family?
Well, one is competitiveness. I mean, her dad and I mean, when we wrestle till someone gets hurt. I mean, it we
That's
are
very true.
super competitive. And now when Ashley was young, like we would fight. You know, it we hadn't learned yet I mean, Craig's competitive, I'm competitive. And so it was kind of a negative from a little kid standpoint. But as you get older, like you see that competitiveness in whatever we're doing, whether it be, getting a job quicker out at the job site, or, maybe driving one location to another. I mean, everything is a competition. And, you know, out at work, I mean, obviously, Ashley first grew up in a gym. So we had a business, and I played 2 years after I had Ashley. And I had Ashley in May, and I started playing in July. And,
So
then
not
this,
long.
not that long.
No, like you
And
had me
we
and just
lived,
poof on the court.
we lived an hour and a half away from where I went to school. So every day, here was Ashley right beside me in the car seat, and we're driving. So we were on the road 3 hours a day just to, go to school and play ball.
That's fascinating. We're talking to Ashley Scott and her mom, Chrissy. Mom, okay, so you were still an athlete, and you said you were an hour away from school. What school?
Umpqua Community College.
And where is that?
That is in Roseburg, Oregon.
And so 3 hours in the car with young Ashley. That's gotta be. How quickly did you know that she had picked up some of your competitive fire, that some of your athletic ability?
Oh boy. Well, I mean, her first year playing on a team was in the 3rd grade. But we didn't start competitively until the 6th grade. And I had started coaching her in the 4th grade. And I really started actually seeing it in the 4th grade. We lost, early on, we lost to a local team, and they like to talk smack, and of course I hated that. Like, we're going to get back at you guys, right? And so the next time we played them, I mean, Ashley was going to make it happen. And she did. I mean, we killed them.
I remember that.
They walked away with their tails between their legs. And, that's really probably the first time that I really saw that fight in her.
Chrissy, we have texters who have texted in. Matt asked the question, what's the biggest piece of advice you would give to parents as they help their children through the recruiting process?
That's a good question. Obviously, we've been through it. I would say ask lots of questions. There's so much information out there and so many things that parents are not aware of. I would ask that coaching staff, people that have went to the schools, lots of questions. Not all schools are created equal. And that's even at the D1 level.
Mm-hmm.
The food, like, first of all, like, what's important to you guys? What is it close to home? Is it weather? Is it coaching staff? Is it style of play? Is it major? What things are important to you? And I would make sure that you find the right fit, because you don't want your child going to some school and not being happy with it, and then calling mom and dad and saying, man, I don't think I made the right decision here. Yeah. So making sure that you find the right fit, asking lots of questions. In the process with Ashley, I think we actually scared away some of the coaches. And I'm not kidding.
No, it was definitely like that. They were like, my parents would ask like tough questions, and sometimes like it would put them like kind of like, oh no, I don't really know what to say to that. Yeah. And so like sometimes like there was, I don't even remember what school it was, but she had asked them and they were like, and like after that I was like, no, like that's not the school for me.
And that school was like, no, like,
Yeah.
which is fine because it just let us know, it let Ashley know that, yeah, I don't think that's the place for me. So you definitely have to not be afraid to ask the tough question. Excuse me, the tough questions.
Through through her time here, Ashley has kind of explained her journey. The injuries are kind of the lead story and her ability to get through.
Hmm.
Give us your version from your vantage of Ashley and the injuries and how she got through.
Ooh, that's another tough question.
That's a tough one. It First of all, she handled these like a champ. I I mean, not very many people can say that they've worked through what Ashley's worked through and
Mhm.
continued on. I mean, um, a lot of people, they quit. They quit after the first one or, second one, whatever the case may be. Um, Ashley's, like I said, she's always been a fighter. I mean, okay, so let's just go back. This is a little personal, for those of you that, you know, but when she was a newborn, right? And you usually put like the crib in mom and dad's room, right? And we did that, my side of the bed. And so I went to lay her in there one night, and oh my goodness, that was not gonna happen. Like, she was screaming. She is like, no way. Like, I'm gonna stay with you in your bed, right? She has always had that fight,
I think if you were even to like ask dad, like what one of the most stubborn things I would have done as a kid is that not take my medicine.
Oh, without a doubt.
I wouldn't
Oh,
take
yeah.
it. Like I would be screaming. I would not take it.
Like, obviously not only
Okay.
fight, but some stubbornness in there
I
too.
was very
Yeah.
stubborn as a kid.
I'm not
Was
sure where she
Yeah.
got it, but
was
Was no,
mom?
I'm still a
She
little
mom.
stubborn.
She's saying she was stubborn. Is that
she
a correct statement?
No, I'm still a little stubborn.
she still got some
I'm
stubbornness,
definitely
but
stubborn.
not as much as she did.
Chrissy, there has to be some pride involved that you have a daughter who is tough as rocks, gone through several bumps and detours, elevates herself to a Division I Power 5 school, and then you have a younger daughter who also is playing basketball
Hmm.
at the higher level. What is it? What's happening in that household that's producing two collegiate basketball players?
Well, hopefully we have the third on the way, right?
Nice,
So our
nice.
our son is leaving in March
Okay,
to go to Utah.
okay.
Um, you know, it's something that they've wanted to do. I mean, yeah, we're basketball junkies. I mean, if you saw our DVR, right, it would have all the Kobe stuff, all the Michael Jordan stuff.
It has
That
everything.
that is our
Everything.
DVR.
Wow.
And they started watching we, right, started watching game film with them since they were little. And when I say watch game film, I'm not just saying like watch their touches or just the offense or half the game. I'm talking the whole game, stop, rewind, slow motion. And at first, like, it made them probably a little insecure because, there's always room for improvement, right?
Well, at first,
Like,
I didn't like it. I
yeah,
hated it at first.
yeah, we could tell.
I did not like it because, like, we would sit there for 4 hours. Like, it would be so long. Like, it would be probably like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning after I had played like 2 games, and we would be watching fast forward, rewind. Oh, let's rewind some more.
Hmm.
Like, that's where like all my learning kind of started. But at first, when we first started doing it, I did not like it. I was like, "Why am I sitting here? I'm tired of this. Can we just turn it off? I want to go to bed." But see, now it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, and our other daughter Kyra and our son Justin would say the same. They didn't like it. and then they grew to where on the way home from the game, they started watching it. And I think they started to realize that, okay, this is my best learning tool. I can see what I did. I can see what I need to do different, what I need to improve on. But it's something that I asked the kids, even when they were, late middle school, early high school, about other sports. And it was like, no, we want to play college ball. And I'm like, are you sure? Yeah, we're sure. Okay, let's go then,
It's really cool to hear the coach and the mom dynamic
Mhm.
because you talk like a coach. so
Yeah.
so I imagine that the rides home from games were
After bad games, it was brutal. It was so brutal after bad games. Like
You
even
know,
even after good games, we would still be talking about like, hey, like what's the next step? Like so that like I had to like kind of train my mind in terms of like, okay, if you still want to get better the next game, like you still have to do this, this, and this. Like it doesn't matter. Like, yeah, you did well, you did really good things, but like this is the next step to improve. So like that was constantly like always what would happen like on our way back. And like we didn't play like close to home.
it's a
Like
long ride.
it was a
It was a
long
long
ride.
ride. There's a
So
long
like and you
coaching
can't
session.
go anywhere in those
Yeah.
situations. You're stuck there. Like so you gotta listen.
Oh.
Like there'd be some times where it was like come to Jesus meetings. Like and I was like, dang it. If I just played well, I wouldn't have to have this conversation right now. But that also in its own way made me tougher to realize, okay, like if I want to achieve this, like I'm gonna have to keep improving all of these aspects if I want to get to where I want to go. So like at first, like yeah, was it not pleasant? But you kind of have to learn like, all right, this is what you got to do to get to the next step.
Big
mhm.
Smack.
We,
Ethan.
we have a comment on the stream, and it is from a Vershawn Jackson. Ashley
Who's this?
McSplashley. You are going down on the 3-point shootout. Signed, Coach Jackson.
No way.
Oh,
Bring
Mom,
it.
No way.
Mom, Vershawn Jackson was the captain and a 3-time national champion for the Huskers football team.
Ooh.
And he and I host a show together, and he met Ashley and immediately said, "Okay, I need to challenge you to some hoops."
He didn't even know who I was yet, and he was like, "Oh, a 3-point contest. Well, I'm gonna just beat you. I'm a 3-time champ." Talking all
Bring
this
it.
crap.
Bring it. Oh yeah.
He's gonna lose.
This is a mom. Mom's. I love it. I love it. Mom's. So through all of this, right? When you watch her, so let's say it's Sunday night and you watch her, and I whispered to her when she got in that she had elevated her play for her teammates on Sunday. Like you did things that normally could be passed off to other people.
Yeah.
But you took the responsibility. You were more active on the boards. You were more active vocally. What does mom say to you after a Sunday type game? What's the conversation?
Honestly, it's kind of the same as when I was little or like younger, because like my parents always go to like, okay, like what can you do better? And so like they were even like, yeah, you did this, but like next time you're gonna have to like sink more into your jump shot because you've been short or you're long. So like, those types of things, or like even on like on my floaters, if I'll shoot a floater, they're like, well, why do you think you missed? So they'll constantly like ask me questions, or they'll kind of like talk me through it, or they'll be like, have you watched game film yet? So like those are kind of like the things that they'll ask. And then but I think a lot of the times my mom is a lot more encouraging, I think, than sometimes my dad is. He's encouraging, but he's more of like, okay, you got to do this, this, and this. But my mom's like, oh, just trust your instincts, just trust your confidence. Like you've done this like how many times? Like you played your whole life. So I think like that's kind of more of what my mom will say. But my dad's still really encouraging. Like he'll still be like, still say the same things. But she is definitely more of like, Ashley, like you've already done this. Like just keep doing what you've learned before. So that's kind of like what the conversation will look like most of the time.
Well, and can I add to that?
Yes, please.
Of course
I
you
would
can
like
add.
to say that me personally, when I was coaching Ashley in the 6th grade and we were going to these tournaments, right? I was headed down a direction. Obviously, I wore more than one hat, right? I was Ashley's mom and I was Ashley's coach. And I was heading down a path that I started to realize I was going to ruin our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I thankfully learned that, first of all, Ashley is not me, and I'm not Ashley. And how I had to change how I was, not like my competitiveness, but I would like take it personal when that's not at all what was happening. You know, like I would, if she made a mistake, it was like I was the one making a mistake. And, you know, that's probably common for parents that coach their kids. But I'm just really grateful that I changed or maybe evolved into where I still had both hats. And I didn't take things personal. And I had to allow Ashley to be Ashley.
I
Yeah,
think
I
you
can still
like you
teach her.
definitely allowed me to learn. I
Mhm.
think like you did a very good job of like if I made a mistake, like you were just like, okay, like this is kind of what you could do next time. But you really wouldn't get like mad at me.
Mhm.
There was only like one time that you did. That time I don't remember. They remember. I don't remember.
Oh no, that's good. But
we must know.
You have to.
We
They want to
must
know.
We must know.
You can tell the
No.
story.
It wasn't mad. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it wasn't mad. It was embarrassed. Where it was a close game, right? And Ashley is a very literal person. Very, very literal. And so we had to foul. So we told her to go get that girl. And she got her all right. I mean,
I mauled her.
she
I mauled her.
And Craig and I are on the sideline. We're like, dang. Like, ew. You know, like, hold up a little
Like
bit.
I completely kind of like took her out.
I'm envisioning this. Yeah.
And so
They were
then
like,
Ashley was
"Ashley."
almost kind of confused. Like, wait, you told me to get her. And I got her.
I did.
And
You weren't specific.
Yeah.
right. So I think it was it was embarrassing to us, you know, as the parent side, right? Oh, my kid just took out that kid, you know? But then it was confusing for Ashley, you know, so that was definitely a learning experience, I would say, for Craig and I. And then it was something we had to talk about, you know, with Ashley to work through.
Yeah. Okay, so Mom, we have to go to a commercial break. Are you staying with us?
Yes.
Of course. I'm in this for the long haul.
This is wonderful. This is Splashley.
She's on for the full hour.
93.7 The Ticket. It's Ashley and Christy Scoggins. We'll be right back.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Fruitcakes are just for Christmas, right? Gosh, I feel sorry for you. I mean, what if we had done that with bacon? Bacon is only for breakfast. We'd never have bacon cheeseburgers. We'd never be able to save a salad by adding bacon bits. We'd never have Brinner. That's breakfast for dinner. Don't limit yourself. Fruitcakes for St. Patrick's Day. Fruitcakes for graduation. Fruitcakes for Thursday. Beatrice Bakery and Grandma's Fruitcakes are perfect for every occasion. Check them out in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Sartor Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. For sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
This is Dan Friedman. In recent years, over 1/3 of all Nebraska traffic crashes have been caused by drivers aged 15 to 19. If you're a teen driver, don't become another statistic. Keep your eyes on the road. And if you're a parent, please remember that safe driving habits start with you. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices. For almost 60 years, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Your MTV First Alert weather tonight. Cloudy skies and cold. Overnight lows 12 above with north winds gusting to 35. Gusty winds much colder again on Wednesday. Partly cloudy. A high of 19. I'm NTV Chief Forecaster Kent Boughton for 93.7 The Ticket.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so badly, he ended up in the emergency room and spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is, don't be shy about telling people not to smoke around your kids.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to The Ticket weeknights.
Scoggin, who had a good offensive first half, she'll step back for 3 on the left wing. You betcha! Ashley Scoggin has 3 triples.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Splashley for 3.
Splashley for 3.
For 3 on 93.7 The Ticket. We've got Ashley and we've got Christy. We've got mom and daughter, 2 ballers. We got player and coach. We got mom and daughter. We got the whole thing.
Got the whole thing going today.
Got the whole thing. Okay, so we were looking at her bio picture, and Big Sky, the producer, pointed out something. We generally pay attention to the bio pictures that the school chooses to use.
Right.
And you've kind of got a smug.
See, I don't know why they chose that one. I really don't know.
It's like they've got the full one of you with the big hair.
Yeah.
Right. And then they've got you with a couple of finger release.
Yep.
Are we happy with the release here?
I couldn't fully see, but I think so.
So you don't even look at your own stuff?
No.
And then, of course,
I like that one.
The Connect and Compete featuring
The
Ashley
Connect and
Scoggin.
Compete, yeah.
What is that?
for that article, this summer our motto was to like compete and connect. So like get your work in every single day with your teammates, like fight with each other, like, you know, give each other like your best shot type of thing. Like, you know, go at each other in practice. But then at the end of that, like always like positive touches, like, you know, make sure you're still you know, coming together like as a team. And so that was kind of our motto this whole summer, and it still is. So that was kind of the whole compete and connect and compete type of thing for that article.
From the text line, what's up, Ashley McBuckets?
McBucket.
They're calling you Ashley McBuckets.
I haven't heard that one. That's a first.
Yeah, well, that's Pecan Pie. Good folk, serious sports fan. On listening on the show, and I can't tell who's talking. It's mom and daughter, but you two sound exactly the same voice, same sayings.
We get told that a lot. Like even like sometimes I'll be on the phone and like my dad will think that I'm her or that she is me.
Oh, that could be a problem.
And even Kyra has started to sound the same as all three of us.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we're all on the same call together, he'll be like, "Who's talking?" And he won't know. Which is really funny because we've been messing with him a few times.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, but we do sound like a lot of like everybody tells us that our laugh is the same.
Chrissy, have you been to Lincoln at all? Have you seen her play here? Have you been here?
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts of Lincoln and the University of Nebraska?
It's amazing. You know, earlier you asked me, you know, about pride, and I mean, here you are, you're sitting in the stands and you're watching your kid, you know. Oh, by the way, you know, we're coming next week.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Look at mom breaking news.
Yep.
Look at mom breaking news.
Yep, we are coming
You're
next
coming
week.
next week?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know this. This is news to me.
I just got the airfare last night.
You're lying.
No, now I have not got the airfare for the way back, but I got the airfare for the way there.
When did you decide that you were coming?
Last night.
Last night? That's really short notice.
We're spontaneous here. We're spontaneous.
Very spontaneous.
So is that
So-
the 23rd weekend or the 30th weekend?
Okay, let me shoot. I can't pull up my calendar.
I can pull it up for
We
you.
gotta let Big Red Nation know when
Actually, when they came last year, there was no fans.
Mm-mm.
So they haven't.
This year was the first time when they had. What game did you come to?
Oh, geez, that's a
I
great
can't
question.
remember what
I
game
can't
you were
remember.
at. It was like the first week of our home games, I think.
Okay.
Oh,
I
it
can't
was
remember what-
opening night. It was.
Oh
opening
yes,
night.
it was opening night.
Yeah.
That's when they came.
Well, there's a different vibe in town around you guys now.
Yeah, so
Yes.
they haven't like when my mom like saw like how many fans were there at our Iowa game, I think, or was it Iowa or Michigan? The one that we had like
Michigan,
over
were
eight.
you-
It was
eight
Michigan.
Well, Iowa was the big crowd, 8,400 folks.
Yeah, like the fourth most in like
Oh, yeah.
history of like attendance in PVA or something. I don't even
Mhm.
remember.
Mhm.
But they were there opening night and they thought that there was a lot of people there then.
If she's here for Purdue, which is the 30th, or Illinois, which is Sunday.
Are you coming the 22nd to the 23rd or the 29th to the 30th?
Okay, for sure the 29th.
Okay, so she'll
So
be
the
here
29th
for
to the 30th.
she'll be here for Purdue
Wait.
on a Sunday
wait,
at 2:00.
Wait. Let me look this up.
The 29th is not this Saturday, but next Saturday.
Okay, no, it's next week.
You mean
Okay, so
this
not
week?
Rutgers, not Rutgers, the one after Rutgers.
Yeah.
So Illinois, they're in Champaign on the 23rd.
Oh,
but then
okay.
they're home the 27th, 30th, and February.
So
3rd.
you're coming to the 27th and 30th.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it's Wisconsin actually.
Oh, there's going to be a nice crowd that night.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well-
good. Mom's gonna see.
Well,
Oh,
they saw the facilities for the first time when they came this time. They weren't able to see anything last year.
Mom, did you ever get to see her at Salt Lake Community College?
Oh yeah. Oh, we would
can
drive
see
that
it.
no problem. I
Yeah.
mean, we've drove to Nebraska, no problem. Like, it's just straight there, straight back. It takes us, without stopping, it's over a day.
Yeah. So they'll just
They must
go.
love you a lot.
I think they do, just a tad bit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, we got to take another break. You're listening to Splashley for 3. Ashley Scoggin, Chrissy Scoggin, her mom is with us. We'll have the final segment. Big Sky will get us out of here. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You spend more time in your garage than outdoors in the wintertime. Isn't it time to get it organized? Call Travis at Classic Garage Solutions for his variety of organization packages. Turn your garage from a cluttered mess to a clean, organized space that'll be the envy of the neighborhood and something you can be proud of. You don't need to bring the same clutter from last year into the new year. Travis has storage options for cabinets, monkey bar shelving, or slat wall, and more. Call Classic Garage Solutions today at 402-730-1638.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
My son Aiden has asthma. Secondhand smoke has triggered his asthma so badly, he ended up in the emergency room and spent multiple nights in intensive care. Now he's on a whole bunch of medications. My tip to you is, don't be shy about telling people not to smoke around your kids.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mike Shaver here for Trek CBD. There's a lot of CBD shops opening up in Lincoln, but Trek CBD focuses on quality above all else. Their products are from local CBD company Nico Farms and are third-party laboratory tested. They have products that can help with stress, anxiety, pain, relief, and more, and have a wide selection of Delta 8, including Serene 8. Trek CBD is locally owned and operated. Go visit Scott or Shannon at their 84th and Highway 2 location or at 27th and S. Or go online to Trek CBD with free delivery. Trek CBD. CBD done right.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they're hiring for production operators at $21.72 an hour and other select jobs starting at $23.42 an hour, with wages growing up to $27.55 an hour. Continental also has salary jobs available with great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealership, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, February 2nd and 3rd. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on different models of John Deere and Hagie sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, and more. We'll be offering free dicamba certification. Join us February 2nd and 3rd in Kearney. RSVP by calling your local Landmark location or at landmarkimp.com/events.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Great Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Hi, this is Sean Callahan with Koppel Chevrolet GMC. New vehicle production has been increasing, but the lots will not be filling up anytime soon. In fact, most vehicles are being pre-sold and are leaving the same week as they arrive. If you want your new Chevrolet or GMC, this is a great time to build a vehicle and place an order. Our sales team will work right with you to build the exact vehicle you want. At Koppel, we appreciate your business and sell vehicles at a fair price. So come check us out or visit us online at koppelcars.com.
Back to the Ticket Weeknights.
Scoggin, who had a good offensive first half, he'll step back for three on the left wing. You betcha! Ashley Scoggin has 3 triples.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final 8 minutes or so of Splashley for three. Now I'm excited because it means your mom's coming to town, right? And
I'm still shocked that she said that. I'm still over here like, there's no way that she's coming.
It's true.
Yes, she is.
well, what's the visit gonna be like? What do you want to see while you're here, Kristen?
Oh boy. Well, first I want to see Ashley.
Uh-huh.
This has been such a process for her. Obviously there's a lot of things that we talk about that nobody else knows what we talk about in terms of her, individually, her game, her mentality. I want to see her keep developing. We've talked to her about it, being a process. I also tell her, go be you, be true to you. I also feel like Ashley, obviously it's been said a lot. She's the oldest on the team, right? Ashley has a lot of knowledge that I feel she's kind of keeping under a bushel. And so I want to see that come out. There's some young players on the team. I want to see more leadership. I want to see her at her best as usual.
Do you think she will play better because you're in the building next week, or she'll be more nervous?
I would say first half nervous, second half better.
Okay. Then I have to ask the question: Will all the fans listening now hear you in the arena, coaching / momming from the stands during the game?
That is always a tough one. That is so tough for me because I will seriously ask my kids. I'll be like, "Hey, you guys all in for me talking, like cheering, like yelling at the refs, like," and they're like, "No, Mom, like keep it down."
I told you can do whatever you want.
Well, and then but you can't really hear me out there.
Well, you're probably not going to hear you unless like you're yelling when we shoot a free throw, because that's the only time it's dead quiet in that gym.
Yeah.
In
Now,
GBA.
Justin and Kyra, they'll be like, "Hey, Mom, keep it down,"
So everyone's coming?
That's the plan. I got 4 tickets. I mean, the dog is staying, but yeah,
Bring the dog.
I don't think Titan could go through the travel.
No.
What kind of dog? What kind of dog do you have?
He's a Victorian bulldog.
Oh, so he's a whole lot of dog.
How much do you think he weighs? Like 100 pounds?
75 pounds.
75 pounds.
Yeah.
But I'll have to show you.
We're gonna need pictures. Yeah, I'm a dog.
Definitely.
Person. I'm a dog person, so we're gonna need pictures.
He is a chick magnet. He is a chick magnet.
When he was a puppy, he really was, but he still is now.
Oh, he's a good looker. He is.
See, I'm a dog. So through all of this next week, you come into town, you get to see Ashley do her thing. What's the expectation for this team? When you watch this team with a knowledgeable eye, you can see the good and bad in this thing.
True.
What do you think this team's top?
Be careful now. Be careful now.
No. I want the coach. I want the coach version. I don't want the mom version. I want the coach's version.
Okay.
Is this an NCAA team? And then if it is, how far can they go?
I believe that they have more fight this year than they've had in the past.
Mhm.
I mean, they got some competitors on the team, and it's contagious. Like, you can see it's contagious. Now, there's some other things that are contagious, like fouling when we don't need to foul. Like, last game, we're fouling and we're putting them at the free throw line, and they literally came back. How many point lead did we have? Like 18, right?
16 at 30,
It was like 32-16.
Yeah.
And where did they? I mean, they came back from the free throw line.
But some of those fouls were not fouls.
Okay, it was not all the girls and it was not all the refs. But at some point, like, stop reaching, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they made 31 of 34 free throws. Now, we
Get
can
'em, Mom.
also
Get 'em.
dispute, like, okay, we went to the free throw line 8 times. So,
well, I mean, it was 17-1 in the first, I think the first half with how many fouls there was. Like, that's insane.
it is. But still, like, control what you can control. You can't control the refs, but you can control what you do or don't do. And if we get beat on defense, we like to reach. And it wasn't helping the team. And then when you guys, for some reason, when you guys are behind, it's like, as a team, you're not understanding what you need. You don't, yeah, there's a time for a quick 2, but you needed a 3. Like, okay, you may, like, kick it out for the open 3. You know, that's one of the highest percentage shots is a kick out 3 or a corner 3. So it's just some, lack of knowledge. I don't want anyone to take this personal. He asked the question, coach, not mom. So it's, it's a whole nother thing to play from ahead, and it's a whole nother thing to play from behind. Like, winning is something that is learned. And who's out there? That's where Ashley's leadership, I believe, needs to come out more in helping your younger teammates and teaching them what you have to do to win. It's one thing to beat the teams that you should beat, right? But what about beating the teams that are good? Like, if you guys are going to go to the NCAA, you got to beat those Iowas. You got to beat those Michigan States, those Michigans, those Marylands. I mean, and you guys are capable of doing that.
When I think, like,
position.
at each position, I think, like, we're better at basically every spot than I think our opponents are. So I think, like, I mean, obviously we're, going through, I think, learning how to do all of those things and being like consistent with doing all of those things. But I think compared to like last year, it's like night and day different. But obviously we still need to keep making those improvements if we want to be able to go far in the Big Ten and to the NCAA. So I think everybody wants that. It's just finding a way of how to do that.
Right. It's bringing that individual effort and the individual skills together, is because at the end of the day, the best team wins. So who's, you got to learn how to be the best team, and your team has to do better at what you guys do than the other team does at what they do.
Yeah.
I think we found your new co-host.
My new co-host is my mom.
It's your mom.
It wouldn't be fitting if my mom wasn't my first guest.
Right? Like, this is amazing. Chrissy, thank you so much for doing this.
Such an honor.
This is such a great hour of sports radio. Stay tuned, folks. Outside the box, the Lincoln Stars, Rocky Russo and crew will come in and take us through until 9 o'clock. Ashley, job well done.
Thank you for having us.
Let's count it. Mom,
Thank you
great
so
pleasure.
much.
You folks stay
Thank you so
tuned.
much.
More sports on 93.7 The Ticket.
Have a good night.